Okay, well, we are back. And I just noticed that Mitchell over here says disulfiram is an alcoholism medication. This is from Google, he says. It's like an anti-abuse medication, can treat problematic drinking by creating an unpleasant reaction to alcohol. It's used in recovery programs that include medical supervision and counseling. So I guess that means maybe...
We were an alcoholic.
Yeah, obviously that has some significance to her. It wouldn't just be randomly laying on the floor in this cave. So I guess she was an alcoholic that maybe had gone through treatment several times and had failed. But I feel like that might be the false god up ahead. I think you're right.
Yeah, and I don't think we should give him the harp, but what happens?
Who are you to judge him, baby burner?
We'll go through our options once we're faced with him, I guess.
Okay, so just in like a void. I don't seem to have matches.
Okay. This is just kind of like dreamland now.
Oh god.
Oh! Oh, that's unsettling. Okay. Like we're trading with the devil if we agree to what he has.
Oh, goodness. I do like his violin playing, though.
Can you hear it?
Can you not? It might be in the headphone you have off.
Nope, I just hear terrifying sounds.
I think it's because you have a...
Oh.
You have it in one click too far.
There it is, yep.
Yeah, the cord that I have going to Emily for her to put her headset in is like female 2-prong for a standard set of headphones, but she's got a headset which has 3 things on the male end, so it's got to be finagled. But you hear it now?
Yep.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I recognize something. Yeah.
Ja. Vilken duktig flicka du har visat dig att vara.
He's got like an anime haircut.
Du lyckades ta dig ända hit till mig. Och nu kan jag äntligen besitta den. Den gyllene. Jag kan se giftet flöda genom ditt blod. Men som jag har lovat ska jag avsluta ditt lidande.
Oh, that's right. He threatened here. He promised to get rid of that if we gave him the harp.
Är det du bär på? Den gyllene. Ja. Ge den till mig.
No!
I'm not controlling it right now.
Det återstår såklart ett litet hinder. Du tog dig hit. Duktig flicka. Nu.
Oh, I'm blocking the text. But now you must find your way out again if you can.
Sorry, we forgot to read it, didn't we?
Yep.
I was stressed out.
Whoa. Whoa!
Oh!
That hand was trying to grab us, Emily.
Why did we give it to him?
Whoa!
Oh, gosh! Oh, there's more ways than one.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Whoa, I see it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Why does this run feel so slow? We're there. We're there. We're there. We did it. We're in the weird mist cloud.
Achievements?
Yep.
Känner du igen dig, min duktiga flicka? Har du kanske bevittnat det här förut? Att se det lida
Check it out. Wait.
Är sannoliken en fager syn. Den här stolen är den vackraste. Är du fortfarande minst?
I can't get any lower.
Innan glömskan tar dig.
Before oblivion gets you.
Kommer till mig. Så att vi kan leka. Igen.
So we have to go to rehab?
Just så.
I guess that's where we'll end up if we don't kick him in the head.
Sparka din stackars broder.
It says kick your poor brother, for whom you thought you were never going to see again.
No, what?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you remember that book thing we read that said something about like endlessly looping your worst nightmare forever and ever? Do you remember that? It was in the...
Yeah.
So this is an endless loop, and I guess she, every time she forgets what just happened and has to do it all over again, and he's like causing that to happen.
Oh my gosh.
What the ass, false god? You're so mean.
Well, that's a... Yeah, that's how the game started.
Yeah, Mitch is asking if that's how the game started.
Yeah, we were thinking we were getting kidnapped or something, and so we kicked him in the head and crashed the car. And then we were running through the woods. Well, that's unfortunate.
At least we're not in rehab.
Anything to not be in rehab. Gosh. That's sad.
Let's see if it goes to anything.
What are the extras?
The extras. Oh, it's these little things we collected. Ancient and old in lands of ice and of cold, the forest hide darkness most foul. Don't get caught in the night with no heat and no light, or creatures for your flesh will prowl.
Skogarna. Is this woods?
That means woods? How do I go to the next one? Okay. We apparently missed 2.
Oh.
And 3. And 4. Unless they're just taking a while to load. Nope. What is...
I don't know what that is.
They watched and protected, but never detected that poisonous evil within. Centuries kept hidden, gilded power forbidden, now lost and abused due to the man's woeful sin.
Skogsrå.
Boodum.
Okay, so
Boodum. Does that mean Forest Betty?
that's what she was. But yeah, so the skogsrå, rå in Swedish is like a spirit. So there could be like a bergrå or a sjörå, like a rå is a spirit.
Right.
A skogsrå is a forest spirit.
But does it mean naked Forest Betty with a hot butt?
No, but the poem is.
Wild and fair with silken hair, she'll still fill your heart with fear. There's no way to fight that venomous bite. Your blood will root as end draws near. Will root like a tree. Freya. In stories untold with long hair of gold, she walked with grace and might. Her magic flowed wild through the world as she smiled on creation and made it shine bright.
Who called us? Sorry, I know it's a really random thing to just come back to, but who called us? Was it all just a lie?
Oh, that it was like, we'll send a boat across?
Yeah.
Probably the stupid false god.
Stupid lie. Trädfolket. This is tree folk.
Twisted and bent, your flesh will be spent when that horror gives her vile kiss. Fixed to the ground, forever there bound. A quick, easy death would seem such a bliss. We missed a lot of these. Yeah. They were probably in like random. Anytime we found one, it was kind of an out of the way spot.
Andra sidan, the other side.
The other side. A chill down your spine when you cross that thin line. Your mind might just break and shatter. Right is wrong, wrong is right. but in that strange twisted night, who you are and were will not matter. Ah.
Troll.
So what does that mean?
Troll.
Ah. Don't make a peep, because footsteps will creep if you make just the tiniest sound. Sharp claws and dead eyes and the dark tortured cries mingle with gleeful shrieks all around. I don't like that. Oh, I kind of like that picture, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. 17.
Unforgiving. What does that mean? JK, bro. JK, BRO. JK. The choices that we make can our very soul break, to be judged by the dead and the living. The twists and turns of life that cuts from a sharpened knife, relentless and endlessly unforgiving. The poor tree people. Oh, it tells you what chapter they're in. So we missed the one in chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. We caught one in chapter 4, but then missed one in chapter 4.
Oops.
I'd say we got roughly half, if not less.
That's
right?
not a sad amount.
It's not the worst amount. We could have found none of them.
Yeah.
So we could go back and revisit all the chapters. I don't want to do that, though. It's spooky.
Oh, so you could go and, like... I guess since you're in an endless loop.
If you really wanted to find, I guess, all those collectibles, you could do it that way instead of having to start from the beginning. So, okay. So, thoughts. I really liked it, actually.
I did,
like,
too.
a lot.
I did, too. I don't... Happy endings are nice and all that, but this one left more of an impact, so... There was a lot going on with, like... all the trolls, spirits.
Yeah, it kind of escalated pretty quickly. It's like, oh, you're being kidnapped. Oh, you just crashed the car. Oh, psych, you weren't being kidnapped. You were going to a rehab center with your brother. Or like you were going to go detox in a cabin in the woods or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. He was doing your cabin.
But what did he do? Like knock her out and bind her hands and throw her in the car?
That's a little excessive. That's
what about,
called
like,
kidnapping,
yeah,
even if he's your brother.
Yeah, what about like, hey sis, hop in the car. We'll go to P.F. Chang's. And then suddenly it's like, this isn't the way to P.F. Chang's.
Yeah.
That probably would have been... Then you wouldn't have got kicked in the head and crashed. So anyways, then you got separated from your brother. He gets crushed and killed when you're being pursued by the troll.
Yep.
Then you encounter like weird tree people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then weird naked like carnivorous forest Betty chases us. And we have to like go around. And then we get a magical harp that dispels runes. And then we're suddenly in like a cave system with like weird, like sort of zombified creatures that can like go in and out of like these portals in the rock face.
So what even really happened with them? They were just kind of there.
Yeah, I never...
One of them grabbed us.
Yeah, but I never felt threatened by them. No, they were so slow.
Just kind of like, oh, okay, there's one over there. Like, let's not go that way.
And it may have been because they were so... harmless looking. They weren't particular because we only got grabbed by the babies once too, but they were so like weird and scary but they were slow too. So I guess it was psychological why they were so much scarier than the weird walking things.
Were everywhere.
Yeah, and that's true. There was a whole lot
and
more
like
of them.
Constantly making sounds because that was horrible.
Yeah, definitely. So anyways, then we're down there. We dispel the final rune just to finally come face to face with the weird. Oh, I forgot some stuff. There was like the flat spirit guardian thing in the swamp with the will-o'-the-wisps.
Yeah.
And then in that same swamp is when we first encountered the false god, who ended up being the last person we encountered. He got the harp, and then giant
hands. Can't believe we gave him the harp.
Just to turn around and do it all over again.
Ugh.
So yeah, there's something kind of really dark about that being the closure of the game. Like, you know what I mean? And there's actually a book I read that way one time, and I won't give the title of it because I don't want to spoil it anyway, but basically this horrible stuff happens. That the opening of the book is this like warrior like waking up and having this nightmare, and that ends up being the final scene of the book, and he's looping endlessly, and this god is causing him to do it. It's like a fantasy novel.
After, I want to hear that.
Really, really dark, really good fantasy novel. But there's something kind of dark about that because it's like even though what?
Remember how I was saying the Fossigrimmen?
Yeah.
This is what
Read that.
Yeah. The Fossigrimmen is a Fremennik spirit who can enchant a lyre. When played, the lyre will teleport the player to Releka. She can be summoned by using the offering of your choice. This Runescape. I was trying to find something.
That probably
It's
at
just
least
like
is in part.
It's a Norse.
Right, I'm sure that that is
That's in Norwegian, so that's not helping me. I can't read that. Yeah, also known simply as the Grim, Norwegian, or can't pronounce that. It's a water spirit or troll who plays the fiddle, especially fiddle.
That had to be what that was then.
Yeah, but I thought it's related to the neck or nixie, and is sometimes also called Näcken in Sweden. Ah, that's right, Näcken. But is associated with rivers in the Swedish name. Strömkarlen means the riverman. Oh, Karlen. And particularly with waterfalls. He has been associated with a mill spirit. The Fossigrim is described as an exceptionally talented fiddler. The sounds of forest, wind, and water play over his fiddle strings. I don't see anything about him being so terrible, though. Yeah, the Fossigrim is said to be willing to teach away his skills in exchange for food offerings made on Thursday evening in secrecy.
So you're saying we could have walked right over there, got a slice of that pizza on my bar, and just been like, "Here, Fossigrim," and he would have like let us go? Yeah. Oh, it's not Thursday. Oh, and it would have been in secrecy because we're live streaming. F. F.
Yeah, so I didn't think of him as a bad spirit when we first passed by him, but he turned out to be...
He definitely got worse towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy, where he looks at you and he's just like, I can fix that, but I need that lyre. Your harp. That was a good game. He was bad.
It was a really good game.
Yeah,
I liked how terrifying. there was kind of a median level of scares to it. A lot of games like really depend on the jump.
So intense that every second was murder on you.
Right. It wasn't constantly jump scares. You know what I mean? Because several times we could see what was to be afraid of was out there and we could see it. It wasn't constantly just like contrived jump scares on the part of the devs. But it also wasn't like, one of those games where it's just pure scary tones and atmosphere where there's no real danger. There's nothing in the game that can like kill you, but it's just like a scary environment. You know what I mean? This was kind of a mix. It was like there were chase sequences, which,
those are
we're actively running
you're
from
just
things.
Barely like running.
There were jump scares. Mm-hmm. There were, there was like just the spooky environment. But I don't like when horror games have so much going on that you're not allowed to feel like you have adequately explored. It's all about just simply surviving and getting from one spot to the next. I really felt like I was given freedom to explore certain areas, and there were like calm moments, and I think that is important too. So all around, Angry Demon Studio?
Yes.
I thought they did a really good job. Yeah. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Now, how did you feel? You felt like the Swedish lore was
very accurate.
Accurate to what you grew up hearing. I mean, obviously you're not like a.
I mean, it's not. I was 7 when we moved to the States, so there's a lot I'm missing, and there's holes, But I have enough knowledge to know that that's pretty accurate, and they've done it all good justice in this game.
And you could awesome. and you could tell that it wasn't like an American development team that was like reading about Norse mythology and trying to make it. Because like, what were you? You noticed some toy.
Talking about the Dalahest?
It was like a horse. It was like a red horse.
Yeah, those are the painted horses. They're in different designs, but they're mostly red, like that with just painted. saddle area again, and just.
I think it's little touches like that an
Yeah.
American developer would never occur to them to make that because they weren't steeped in that culture.
Exactly.
So yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
And the maypole in there. I mean, that's.
I think we need
awesome.
to. I think we need to follow the devs and see what's next for them. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
definitely.
There'll be something down the road, and I feel like we need to follow it and play it. But I thought it was great. Unforgiving, I thought was great. And I wondered going into it, I wondered what the title was going to end up meaning. Unforgiving.
I didn't even think about it, and I should have probably looked into that more. Just thought about what we were walking into on this one.
So is it a play on like the whole, like we're being condemned basically to relive our sin and our fear over and over and over again?
Yep.
That we're not forgiven? Like, is that kind of what you're taking from that?
We kicked our brother. I encouraged it the most. I was like, "Oh, you can kick him."
I wonder what would have happened if we had never kicked him, because
You'd probably been on that car for a long time listening to him babble on in circles.
But do you think he would start to like loop his dialogue?
You could always find out. I'm curious.
Sure. Whatever.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. We can't start over before we kick him?
I don't guess so. So hold on. Main menu.
You just start a new game then?
Oh, is that an option?
Yeah.
Stupid thing. Oh, the context that this has now. Like we just came out of that for maybe the first time or maybe the 1,000th time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why are you all like disgusting like that? Maybe because you've been doing this
exactly.
over and over
I didn't
again.
think about that. You even mentioned that before.
Yeah, because it's like, gosh, you're messed up looking.
So this all makes a little more sense now
he's
too.
Been
he's
there
like,
before.
It's like I've been on this road, you know, going down this path with her before, you know.
Klart som fan jag kan. Ja, jag måste ju ta tag i det här, inte så att ni gör något. Ja, det kommer funka. Jag har med mig allt som behövs.
I wonder if part of what he brought was that drug that would make her react harshly to alcohol.
Yeah.
Jag har planerat det här ett tag. Allt kommer gå bra. Det får vi se. Men vi hörs sen.
Oh, you just kick him anyway.
She just does it automatically. Which I guess makes sense because, you know, the false god or whatever was like, kick him, kick your brother, all that. Like compelling her to do it because the last time, at the end of the game, I didn't have the option to kick him. It just happened.
Yeah. Oh, snap. So, interesting.
Well, that was fantastic. Thank you,
like that a
everybody,
lot.
so much for watching.
In the beginning there, that was pretty powerful because that just shows you how many times she's already been over it.
Yeah, that definitely gives context to the game that, you know, in the beginning you're like, oh, what's going on? Yeah. Oh, we've been kidnapped, you know. But now it's like really sad. It's like, oh, you know, like knowing what's going on. Okay,
oh, now I can actually hear her because
you couldn't hear that before?
No. I knew she was talking, I just couldn't hear her.
That's right, because in the beginning you were like, I think I hear a woman saying something. Yeah. It's really faint. Yeah, you probably had that in one click too far. See, because if you put it in one click more.
Now I don't hear it at all.
Yeah.
Helt seriöst. Ja, jag har ett problem. Du är mitt problem. Det här är mitt
I
problem.
want to end the video and end the stream and say bye to everybody and do it the right way. But I'm in a cutscene and it won't stop and it won't let me pause.
Hjälp kan ta och dra åt helvete, Lukas.
How long is this cutscene? I don't remember.
Thanks for experiencing this with us again, you know. Because we're going on an endless loop, you see. Forever and ever.
Yeah, we're getting ready to play.
Jessica!
We're getting ready to play it again.
Oh my god, I don't want to.
Wait, there it is. There it is. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We
Thank
will see you in the next game. Are you going to play another game with me?
Yeah. I would love to be here when you play Undertale.
Do you want to come when I play Undertale?
Yes.
I'm going to play. Okay, so I
'Cause
guess
this has been a thing. What have I, like,
it was about a year ago. You bought
Yeah.
bought me the key to Undertale.
yeah,
And
it's been a
said,
while.
because you gave it, you gifted it to me on Steam, and you said, you know, you need to stream this and put it on YouTube when you start doing that. So, how long of a game is it? Could we do it in one sitting like we did this? It's an RPG, so that makes me think no.
Yeah. 1 or 2 sittings. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I think you could.
Well, I'll hold off, and if you want to come when I play that, I'll hold off
I'll
on
definitely try and be here. I know my schedule just got more crazy, but I definitely would like to try and be here for that.
it. Okay, well, then you guys might see Emily again when we play Undertale. But either way, I love all of you to pieces. I miss you terribly.
Bye!
And we will see you in the next one. Get it!
With a big ol' X. X. Oh yeah.
Got him!